Welcome. In our last session, we built a powerful AI brain, a RAG system using Upstash for vector storage and Grok for blazing fast Llama 3 processing. Well, today we're giving that brain a body. We're going to wrap it in a sleek web application and deploy it for the entire world to see.
Now, what we're about to do here is pretty transformative. We're taking that Python script, the one that's kind of locked away on your local machine, and we're turning it into a polished Next.js 15 web app. And this isn't just about making it look prettier. It means your AI goes from being a private tool to a public utility, accessible to anyone with a browser and delivered instantly, thanks to Vercel's global network.
So here's the big question, right? How do you build a front end without actually being a front end developer? Or at least without sinking weeks into it? Well, we're going to use an AI copilot that was built for this exact purpose. Let's meet v0.dev.
The key phrase here, the one you really need to focus on, is production ready. We're not talking about generating cute little demos. No, v0dev is designed to build robust, scalable applications from a single detailed prompt. It's kind of like having a senior front-end developer on call, ready to build exactly what you're thinking of.
And getting started, well, it couldn't be easier. If you were following along with us last time, you already have the Vercel and GitHub accounts you need. So it's literally just a few clicks to connect everything, and you're in. No complicated installations, no headaches with configuration files.
All right, now for what is easily the most important part of this entire process. The quality of the app that the AI generates is going to depend entirely on the quality of our instructions. You have to think of it less like a simple request and more like a detailed architectural blueprint.
And that question gets right to the heart of this technique. You can't just say, hey, build me a chat app. It won't work. You have to provide a structured, detailed blueprint. So let's break down exactly what that blueprint needs to have, one piece at a time. First up, and I really can't stress this enough, you hand the AI your complete, working Python code, the one that connects to Upstash and Grok. This isn't just a casual reference, it's the functional core. The AI is going to analyze this code to understand and then perfectly replicate the logic of your RAG system inside the new web app. Next, we get super specific about the tech stack. We're leaving nothing to chance here. We're going to instruct it to use Next.js 15 with server actions, which is great for keeping our backend logic clean and organized. For the visuals, we'll use the beautiful and accessible ShadeCN UI library, and we'll wrap the whole thing in TypeScript for that extra safety and long-term maintainability. Then we get into the nitty-gritty of how the app should actually behave. We'll ask for a chat interface, sure, but we'll specify that it needs to display both the sources it found from our vector search and the final AI response, just like our Python script did. We'll also tell it to handle loading states so the user always knows what's happening. And finally, we describe the look and feel, the vibe. We want a modern, food-themed design that's clean and professional. And crucially, we will specify that it has to be responsive, so it looks just as good on a big desktop screen as it does on a small mobile phone. So here it is, the complete structure of a perfect prompt. You're providing 5 key ingredients: the reference code for the logic, the stack for the tech, the user flow for the function, the aesthetic for the design, and finally the environment variables it needs for the connections. A comprehensive plan like this just removes all the guesswork for the AI. Okay, so v0.dev has worked its magic and generated our application code. That's awesome. But before we can launch it, we need to connect it to our cloud services. That's Upstash and Grok, and of course, run a few quick tests to make sure everything works perfectly. Right. Before the app can do anything, it needs its keys. So inside the v0.dev project settings, you'll securely add your API keys for both Upstash and Grok. This is the critical step that actually allows your new front end to talk to the back-end services we set up earlier. Before you go live, it is absolutely essential to run through a quick pre-flight check. Use the live preview right inside v0.dev, ask a few questions. And hey, try to break it. What happens if you submit an empty query? How does it look on a mobile view? If you do find any small bugs, you can use the built-in Fix with v0 feature to just ask the AI to correct them on the fly. It's amazing. So, once you've run your tests and you're really happy with how the application looks and feels, well, it's time for the most exciting part. It's time to take this thing live. I want you to forget about complex deployment pipelines, configuring servers, or writing endless YAML files. v0.dev and Vercel simplify this entire process down to a single button click. And I'm serious, it's one button.
I mean, just look at the difference this integrated workflow makes. That publish button isn't just a button, it's an entire automation engine. It creates the GitHub repository for you, configures the Vercel project, and syncs all your environment variables automatically. A process that could easily take hours of manual work is now done in seconds.
Deploying is really just a simple 3-step sequence. 1, you find the publish button. 2, you give your new GitHub repository a name. And 3, you click publish. That's it. Vercel takes over from there, builds your project, and gets it ready for global deployment. And then, just a few moments later, boom! Just like that, your application is live on a public Vercel URL. It's built, it's deployed, and it's instantly accessible to anyone, anywhere in the world, served from Vercel's Edge network for incredible speed. And with that one click, you've done it. You have successfully transformed a back-end Python script into a full-fledged, production-grade web application. You now have a responsive UI, a global CDN, automatic scaling, and a complete professional CI/CD pipeline for any future updates. Think about how this changes things. The barrier to deploying a sophisticated AI application has just been lowered dramatically. Going from a simple Python script to a global web app is now a process of minutes, not months. The possibilities are just staggering. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to build next?